coming at you with your Wednesday at-home workout demo. I have the privilege of standing here in front of the well-known flag right here in the gym and got to do this video here. So it's definitely sad to be in here and just know that there's a lot of lacking people and faces and energy, but it's gonna come back soon, so try to keep you guys hyped and having some fun. All right, today's workout is a lot of pulling, quite a bit of deadlifts, quite a bit of pressing, okay? So weight is overall light, but the volume is heavy. So we wanna get really warmed up. We're gonna do a general 3 to 5 minute flow, elevate that heart rate, however that's been working for you. And then we're gonna do 3 sets with 30 seconds of movement and then building and deadlift and pressing. So let's go over those 3 movements. First, we're gonna do a scorpion hold. Prone position, meaning down on our chest. And we are going to make a T with our arms, bring one in, and then come over like so. This is going to warm up that shoulders. You're gonna feel right in here, but also you get a little bit of your spine, just this hold, okay? So it does prep and warm and give you a little bit of rotation, and then you will do another 30 seconds on this side. Trying to touch this foot back here if you can, okay? From there, we're going to go into our warrior squat. So even though we're not full on squatting today, there is enough hinging between deadlifting and dipping in the push press that we want to warm up that squat. So you're gonna come down like so, and then you can grab an object or your ankle, twist, give it a little hold, and just flow back and forth through this movement, trying to warm up your spine and your shoulders, okay? And then lastly, we're gonna go for the down dog. So about here for those hamstrings, you get a little flex, head through, and then we're just gonna throw some shoulder taps in there. Try not to waver left and right, and really once you take one hand off, push it in, stabilize, always looking at your toes, keeping that butt up in the air as good as you can. Okay, so 30 seconds of flow work like that. Then what I want you to do, if you have a barbell, just warm up your deadlifts with 3 reps, working towards that goal of the weight that is RX or the weight that you're gonna choose to do. Same thing, take that bar, push press overhead, warm up 3 reps, get back to those flows, repeat that process for 3 sets. Now, if you're not gonna use a barbell, that is fine. Just use dumbbells or kettlebells, whatever other object you're gonna try to use to create the deadlift and the press, and just kind of warm yourself up through that as part of the warm-up process. All right, guys, let's talk about the workout. This is gonna be a really awesome chipper. I think this is gonna be a fun combination of movements, and with whatever pieces of equipment you have, you can definitely scale it and get a very similar stimulus, okay? So this will be a mixture of deadlifts, push pressing, and some running. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a chipper starting down 50 reps and then moving down 40, 30, 20, and 10. So first we're gonna start with 50 deadlifts. Now the weight is 115 pounds for the guys, 85 for the women, for a RX kind of weight. The goal of this was to move somewhat lightweight. I would say that's light for a deadlift, but then match that same weight for a push press at the following set of reps, and then increase those bars. So let's talk about the movement first, and then give you some tips, okay? So we're going to have a barbell at mid-shin. Big thing is just set up, drive through the floor, okay? Think about pushing the floor away here, and drive through with the glutes. Something I like to think about as a cue is there's a shot glass in between my chin and my collarbones, so no need to lift my head. Don't let that shot glass empty, so it's always being tucked in my chin. And then from a bottom standpoint as a reset, there's a button behind me on a wall, and I need to push it with my butt, okay? So kind of 2 things to keep me intact through that entire range, okay? From there, you're gonna go out and run 200 meters. Then when you come back in, you have 40 reps. You're gonna power clean up to your position, and you're gonna do 40 push press. So with the push press, we're gonna dip once, flex those legs, drive the bar overhead, all in one motion. So again, dip and drive, if you can cycle it, or reset each time if you need to, okay? So, those are your 2 movements along with running. Now again, 50 deadlifts, 200-meter run, 40 push press at that same weight, 115.85. Go out for 200-meter run. Now we're going to increase the load of the bar, 30 deadlifts, back to that movement, but we're going to take it 135 and we're going to take it to 105 for the women. Now this is where it might get a little bit difficult. 200-meter run, 20 reps of push press at that weight now, so 135 still and 105 for the ladies. Tried to come up with a number that was matchable. I think that some of us might do perfectly fine on this, others really might struggle. Now, I've thought about it, it's the end of the workout almost, 20 reps. The push press shouldn't be singles, but if you could knock it out and like clean it pretty comfortably and get 3 good reps, drop it. I always think of 5s and 3s and 2s, get a quick 2, drop it, 3 again and 2, now we're at 10, we're at 10 to go, and you're getting that done in a couple minutes. Hey, it's a strength portion for you, you're grinding through it. As long as the reps look good, try to do that weight. But if it's just literally singles and you're struggling just to get the bar to your shoulders and you're just not comfortable bringing it down and that's why you're doing singles, that's fine. But if you literally are just destroying yourself, lower the weight for that barbell and make it something that's somewhat comfortable, okay? And then lastly, you're gonna go out for your final 200-meter run. We're gonna come back and do 10 reps. Here, what I would like to do is the devil press. Now, it was a way because we didn't have a movement to create 10 followed by something else in the push press. So I'm gonna do it with 1 dumbbell just to show you a variation. So we could do devil press, which would be 2 dumbbells, where we come down and do a burpee, bring both these dumbbells like so, and drive them up overhead. Now, you could just do a deadlift, which is totally fine. I would up the weight and make it a challenging 10 reps of deadlifts to finish out the workout. If you don't have that, then what I would do, and you can't get much higher, do the devil press if you have 2. Do the devil press with kettlebells, or you could do a single arm dumbbell snatch, or you could do a single arm devil press where you get the burpee and drive it up over in one head. The whole point is to get some type of ground to overhead position if you can, but if not, stick with your deadlifts. And something that just randomly came to mind is finish it out with 10 clean and jerks if you want to kind of get 10 deadlift-like movements and overhead. So again, the point was just to have fun with those final 10 reps and finish strong with something. That's me a nice little chipper. Get at it, guys. Have fun with it. Again, pick weights that are light to moderate in loading, but still give you a bit of a challenge because of the amount of reps we're doing. This one's definitely gonna be one you wanna stretch that back, glutes and hamstrings when you're done, okay? So that way you can walk tomorrow. Let's go over our finisher for today. It's a nice, easy little bit of some bodybuilding with a little bit of strongman-like work to finish out the day. So first we're gonna do some RDL walks. This is just an accessory movement to knock out those glutes and hamstrings a little bit more, okay? So we're just gonna stand starting here, and we're going to walk forward and then bend this back leg a little bit, try to keep a pretty tall upright back, and touch the toe or just where you get that hamstring stretch, and then follow it forward again. Basically think of RDL, but in a staggered position, okay? So you could also weight that with a dumbbell and basically walk like this, hand it off if you want. If you have 2, you could just walk with 2. If you had a barbell, you could technically do it with that. Again, you're just trying to stagger step and do RDL walks. Rest 30 seconds. After those, we'll do 12 reps. That's 6 alternating per side, so 12 total. You're gonna do walking lunges. So just like so, stand up and forward. Again, when we're looking for these, we're looking for a 90-90 kind of position. Sometimes I think we step too much and that makes us weak, and we short step it, which just puts our knees in compromised positions and puts unnecessary load on those joints. So try to have a pretty solid 90 position or so, and then remember, be on the ball of your foot back here, push down here, push up here, or push through the floor so that you can get a nice, quick, tall stance versus coming up only here and really not using any of your back leg, okay? Again, you can load this with the dumbbell, front rack, at your side, however you want. Just make it creative for yourself. And then lastly, 30-second rest. We're gonna go 25 foot with one arm and 25 foot with the other. If you have one dumbbell, just go 25 feet. If you have two, totally can do two. And we're just gonna walk with a heavy load at our sides, 25 feet in one direction, 25 the other. Another way you can do this, I kind of created a crazy little implement the other day. But if you have barbells and you're pretty balanced, this, if you put some plates on it, is a really hard instrument just because of the length of the barbell. So you can actually feel your forearms really working, trying to balance that load as well. Good workout to fill up some water buckets and get some just traps and back core work through strongman-like movement. So have fun with that one, guys. That's your finish for the day and your Wednesday workout.